What's up guys, Ian Sandusky from Let's Machine back here again for Practical Machinist. Before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe to see more videos. Today we're going to be talking about why you must be protective of your time. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so today on Shop Talk we're going to be talking about one of the most important things as someone in a machine trade, whether you are on management or whether you are, looking to open your own shop, and that is why you must be protective of your time. Not to get too philosophical with you guys or, up in the clouds, but when it comes to running a business or even just, life in general, all you have is your time. If you are working for a company right now, you sell them your time in order to pay your bills. If you are a business, you are selling your company's time to your customers in order to pay your bills. It really is, as a service-based company, you are selling time. And as a machine shop, especially as a job shop like us, we are in the business of selling time. Because of that, you must be extremely protective of your time. So we're gonna go through some of the general rules I try to abide by in order to protect my time as someone who's running a machine shop. So the first one is, as a general rule, if someone is not directly paying my bills or someone is not directly helping to bring money into my shop at that moment, they do not get access to my time. And what I mean by that is this. It's very easy in this trade, and I've talked about it in some of my other videos, in the difference between a good customer and a bad customer, or how to deal with walk-in customers and that kind of thing, that it's very easy to let your time get away from you on things that are not going to directly earn you money. And I hate to say, oh, money, as if this is the be-all and the end-all, but we're all in this trade to pay our bills. We all want to provide for our families. Really, it does come down to money. So the reason why I try to stick by that rule is, if someone calls me on the phone and they are a salesperson or they're a cold caller, it's very easy to waste time explaining to them why you are not a good fit. So let's say a company calls a staffing agency. I get calls from these all the time. I am not someone who likes staffing agencies. I've tried them in the past. They don't work for me. I can spend tons of time having conversations with these people about why, justifying why it's not a good fit for me. At the end of the day, it really does not matter what my answer is or why my answer is no. If my answer is no, I do not owe them an explanation. They are trying to sell me something, I don't want it. End of transaction. It's a little thing, but things like that add up. If someone walks in the door and they want to talk about replacing all my lights in the shop, I don't want to replace my lights in the shop. I don't need to spend the time to explain to them and justify why I've come to that decision. They are not currently making me money. They are not paying my bills. I do not owe them an explanation. Nope, thank you very much. We'll see you later. Conversely, I do feel it's very important to add the caveat that if you are someone who is, a contributor to my business, if you are a customer, if you are someone who I see a potential business relationship with, you do get an explanation of me. I will answer my phone off the clock. I will spend time, on my own personal time to try to help you out. I will, add extra guys onto the floor to try to get your work out the door, because that's a level of service and access to time out of vendors that I choose. So I will do that. But if you're not in that kind of realm of customer or potential customer, I'm not gonna waste that amount of time with you. When it comes to cold calls, any of you guys, once you get in a position where you are in charge of answering the phone at some point, you will know what I mean. You get calls all day. You are a business, so your phone number is out there. Your business is included in lists you're probably not even aware of. People will be calling you all day trying to sell you things. As someone whose job, like my job is not solely to answer the phone. We have receptionists, but I do take certain kinds of calls. I will get calls like this all day. And I have work I need to do besides answer the phone. If I'm programming and someone has to call me and I spend 2 to 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes trying to explain to them why I'm not a good fit, or I'm going back and forth with somebody on something I'm not really interested in, it's now thrown me out of my flow state while I'm programming, and now it's gonna take me time to get back into it. If I'm doing balance sheets or profit and loss. Every time I get thrown out of that, it's not just that it takes me an extra 10 minutes, it's gonna take me an extra half hour, because now you need to get back into that flow state and figure out where you were. Being able to cut those off very quickly is critical. And that's why my number 2 rule here is, it is okay to be blunt. Being blunt is what's gonna save you and protect your time very, very effectively. And when I say blunt, I just want to explain, blunt means being upfront about your position on an issue. Blunt does not necessarily mean being rude. Being blunt means if somebody calls my shop, you know, the kind of walk-in customer, cold call, that I know pretty much off the bat is not gonna be a good fit for my company, I'm not gonna waste time, you know, spending 20 to 30 minutes trying to figure out what this job is when I know essentially that it's not gonna be a good fit. I'm gonna be blunt with them and say, hey, listen, you know what? I think I understand what you're looking for, reiterate it back to them, and then say, listen, I don't think this is a good fit for our company, but here's some other options for you. Thank you very much, you know, good luck. Being okay with being blunt like this and not trying to appease everybody all the time is what's going to help keep you on topic, keep you on track, and, you know, essentially protect your time. When a cold caller calls me, like I've mentioned in this video, I could spend 5 minutes already talking to them and trying to figure out what exactly they're selling me. If you cold call me as a salesperson and you don't have me within 15 seconds, click, I just hang up. Is that blunt? Is that rude? I'm not sure. I like to think that it's, you know, listen, I've never had anybody call me back and tell me I was rude for doing it. I also won't do it to a potential customer. If you're trying to sell me something, I'm gonna save your time, I'm gonna save my time. If you don't have your sales pitch down, see you later. It's very, very important that you understand that you do not owe anybody an explanation, and by being blunt like that, you're going to essentially get yourself back on task faster. The last thing I would like to touch on when it comes to being protective of your time is being protective of your time to yourself. In every job in this trade, you will get to a point where you do not have a direct supervisor breathing down your neck constantly during the day. Whether you get to a machinist position where you have a supervisor who comes by once an hour, or whether you run your own shop and now you have nobody breathing down your neck monitoring what you're doing. This is where you need to be protective of your time from yourself, because the things that will get you are procrastination and kicking things down the road. And that, I guess, is just another form of procrastination. If you are not protective of your time from yourself, from sinking time into, oh, do you know what? I'm gonna take a little bit of time here to research a new vice I'm interested in. If you're not careful, you can burn a lot of time. You can burn half a day going through and looking at vices, and at the end of the day, you still don't have a vice on your floor. It's being conscious of how you're spending your time and what is a very good investment of your time, what's a questionable investment of your time, and what's just wasting time. Being able to call yourself out on that and get yourself back on topic and back towards the things that matter quickly is going to make you successful. It's very, very easy. Even as a machinist, if you take something that walks in the door, you say, oh, do you know what? Yeah, this job's gonna take me 10 minutes. I can tell you a handful of times where I have done that, and at the end of the day, I don't have that 5-minute part done, but I've spent half the day thinking about it or trying to make it work. Being protective of your time says either you turn that away at the beginning, or if you're gonna do it, make yourself do it. Go get the job done, get it out the door. Jobs going out the door is the only thing that makes money, okay? I hope this has been helpful, guys. I would like to know some of your tips below in the comments with things you do to protect your time, things you do to keep yourself on task. It is a bit of a constant battle. It's something that you always need to keep in mind, so I'd like to know how you guys handle that, okay? Thank you very much for watching, guys. As always, make sure you like and subscribe in the comments below if you want to see more videos. Thank you very much. You have a great day.